Konami just announced the complete lineup of games that will be included on their upcoming Contra Anniversary Collection, which will be available sometime this summer on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC for $20.
This is, of course, exciting news for anyone who has ever rented the movie Commando on VHS.
The lineup includes 10 titles in the classic run-and-gun shooter franchise, including the original arcade versions of Contra and Super Contra, as well as the popular Super Nintendo sequel, Contra 3: The Alien Wars, regarded by many fans as the high point of the series.
Also included in the collection are such amazing titles as Contra for the NES, Contra for the Famicom, Super C for the NES, which is a port of Super Contra, and Probotector, which is Contra renamed by an insane person for its release in the UK and Australia.
It's one of the robots and stuff?
Yes, they switched everyone to robots. Because they don't like violence.
Yes, no violence, but robots. It's okay.
It's okay if it's robots.
While the prospect of a Contra collection immediately sparks feelings of nostalgia, it is sort of telling that the majority of the collection consists of different ports of the same two games, those two games being Contra and Contra with better graphics.
There was also that one Contra game that came with a pair of 3D glasses, but that's sadly not in this collection.
Shucks. In addition to being one of the most notable early examples of multiplayer co-op, the NES port of Contra arguably features the most famous implementation of the legendary Konami code, which would give you and your teammate 30 lives each instead of the standard 3.
Now, I would argue that Contra and the Konami code are inseparable because you cannot beat Contra without it. Playing Contra without the Konami code is like losing a Little League game so badly that your parents ground you.
Another notable highlight in the collection is Contra Hardcore, which hasn't been released in any other form since its original debut on the Sega Genesis. Hardcore featured 4 playable characters and a branching storyline that required you to make game-changing choices during your playthrough.
The series' original 2 protagonists, Bill and Lance, which I'm just now learning that that's their names, were supposedly modeled after Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, because when the game came out in 1987, that would have been the first and last names, in alphabetical order, in your Rolodex of guys to call if aliens attack.
I do see the resemblance. Players who decide to pick up the collection will also receive the Japanese versions of several of the games as a free download, as well as a digital book of extras that promises to provide a comprehensive look into Contra's history and beginnings.
The rich mythology of the Contra universe is definitely why 8-year-old me became a fan of the series, and not because you wear a bandana and literally never let go of the shoot button.
Speaking of rich mythology, a movie version of Contra was greenlit for production in China by the Chinese Film Bureau back in 2017, although there has been no further update on that project in over 2 years.
It can't possibly take over 2 years to type the sentence, Olympian bodybuilders shoot thousands of aliens in the final draft, but I'm open to different interpretations.
Are you guys planning on picking up the Contra Anniversary Collection when it drops this summer? Let us know in the comments. And be sure to check out our other IGN Now videos on the Sonic movie getting delayed and the new X-Men characters coming to Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
And make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. It's like the Konami code for YouTube.
Do you know the Konami code by heart?
What is it? Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start?
You got it. You have to subscribe now.
Yeah, gotta give us 30 extra lives. Help us live forever.